When you called this morning, you made reference to the fact that there was something that you missed, an insight, something that you didn't pick up on. Now, is that what this is all about? And what the hell does it have to do with us?
Allow me.
What the hell is he doing here? Do you know who he is?
Yes, she does. The reason that she can't treat you anymore, Julia, is because she's been seeing me.
What did you just say?
You heard me. Denise and I were seeing each other.
She's the woman I saw on the houseboat.
This is a private session. I want you to leave.
You're not going anywhere. Did you know about this? The reason you cited for discontinuing this session, this is he, correct?
Yes.
This is quite a conflict of interest, Doctor. Treating me while sleeping with the man who's responsible for my being here in the first place.
I had no idea who he was.
Really?
That's the truth. I used a different name.
Oh! Oh, well, I guess that makes it all right then. So you'll forgive me for asking you this question, but my curiosity just gets the best of me. What the hell do you think you're doing?
What do I think I'm doing? You were messing with my life.
I'm messing with your life.
Yes, that's true. And when Augusta let it slip that you were seeing a professional therapist, I could just imagine the paranoid fantasies that filled 50 minutes of every day. I'm sure I was in many of them in one form or another, regardless of the fact that I was acquitted of the rape charge by a jury of my peers.
They couldn't sink low enough to find 12 jurors as despicable as you are.
Nevertheless, I was acquitted.
Fine, you won!
Won? What did I win, Julia? You ruined my life. You trashed my career. You trashed my reputation. And now you're back on the bandwagon preaching the gospel of Julia. It's not good enough for me to have a not guilty. See, I have to prove my own innocence.
By dating my therapist. What did you think that would prove, Dash?
Why don't you ask Denise? She knows what kind of man I am.
Oh, I wouldn't try to solicit any glowing testimonials from me if I were you right now. Unless you take me for a greater fool than I've already been.
I don't take you for anything but what you are, and that is a bright, sensitive, intelligent woman, a woman who obviously knows the difference between a normal man like me and a rapist.
What kind of a man pretends to care for someone just to prove a point?
I was not pretending. I care about you.
Oh, guys, this is all very touching. It really is. Boy meets girl, boy loses girl, boy rapes girl, and then boy discovers true love with a real woman. You know, this would make a terrific movie of the week. But get to the end, will you? I'm just dying to find out how this all turns out.
Julia, you don't know how sorry I am. Needless to say, I have never found myself in a situation like this. And I think it would be in your best interest if you consult with one of my colleagues.
I don't want another doctor! I want your diagnosis. Tell me, do you think that I'm crazy? Do you think that I imagine this? Do you think that I imagine that he raped me? I just really want to know your professional opinion.
Given the awkwardness of the circumstances, I just think that it would be irresponsible of me if I tried to venture forth any kind of professional opinion.
Damn right!
Tell her the truth. Denise, did I force myself on you?
That's not the point.
I think it is the point.
No. The point is, you used me to try to get back at Julia. No, it may not be the way you see it, but motives aren't always transparent. I mean, you can dress it up, but the bare bones of it is that you raped me just the same as if you ripped off my clothes and took me by force because you misrepresented who you were and what you were about.
It doesn't feel very good at all to get used, does it? So tell me, did he tell you that he loved you? Did he buy you a house and a yard and a swing set. Did he even consult you, or did he just plan for your life to be happily ever after for the rest of your life, and your invitation just happened to get lost in the mail? Am I getting warm?
That is not the way it happened.
No! The deviant deviated from the tried and true? So tell me, how long has this been going on?
A few weeks.
A few weeks. And where did you meet?
In a bar across the street.
Bar. Oh, that's very romantic. So was it love at first sight? Did he sweep you off your feet, or did you just hold hands like a couple of kids? How long was it before he took you home?
I don't know.
Before he took you to bed?
I don't have to answer that.
You just did. One more question. Did the earth move?
Julia, you have every right to feel angry and betrayed.
I don't need your permission, Doctor.
I know you don't. The same way I don't need the details of my private life examined under a microscope.
This transcends the purely personal, Denise. You're my psychiatrist. We're in treatment together. We have a privileged relationship that you have violated because you are sleeping with the man who raped me. So I think that gives me a perfectly logical reason to know exactly what's going on.
I am not the villain in this piece, Julia.
Augusta, you said you saw a woman on Dash's houseboat. Do you recognize this woman in this room? Can you identify her?
Yes.
And what time did you see them on the houseboat?
I told you it was early, about 4 a.m.
4 a.m. Well, that's too late for a midnight snack and too early for breakfast. So what on earth were you two doing at that hour?
Stop it, Julia.
I didn't start it. He did. What exactly did you think you were going to prove from this? Did you think you were going to prove to Denise that you are a bastion of mental health and that I would see that and then just think, well, my gosh, I guess I made a mistake about being raped?
That's exactly the point. I didn't rape you.
No. I just imagined the whole thing. You are even more sociopathic than I ever thought possible.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm sick. You know, maybe it's sick to love someone as much as I love you. But to sit back and have that love turned against me in the most vicious public display possible. You drag my name and yours through a courtroom of strangers. And then I'm held hostage. I'm subjected to more threats, more humiliation, which culminated, by the way, in my saving your life. So why did I do it, Julia? Why? Because I'm sick? Or because I loved you? Decide.
You know what's sick? What's sick is that you're the one who needs the help, and I'm the one who has to keep paying for it. Everyone has to keep paying for it. Everyone has paid and paid and paid but you! My fervent hope is that someday you will be forced to make restitution, and I want to be there to see it. I want to watch them bleed you dry. I live for that. Aren't you coming?
I'll follow you later.
Or do you want to stay here?